Start. What cue is that, Luke? Is that a wooden cue? Because it's been a while since I've used a wooden cue. I think I've probably been using carbon fibre for closer to a year now. Appreciate that, David. Thanks, mate. Yeah, it's been over a year since I've used that, mate. I've been playing with the carbon cue for a while now. Alright, starting off with should be an easy dish. Have to go reds, just based on the first ball. Key is obviously we've already played them in. Tell you what, that position there is the perfect spot to land in from that ball. So if I play that one first, there's probably a different way you can do this, but if I play that one first and I get into, say, this position, and I play that one second, if I land there, everything is dot to dot. That one goes in the middle, that one goes in the corner, that one goes in the middle, that one goes in the corner, that goes in the corner. So it's all about getting away from that. The position I end up in from that red, it's actually going to be harder to do than I thought. It's probably better to land there, actually. Maybe. don't think I can hold it now. That's annoying. Try and screw into that yellow maybe. Okay, to the red. It's not exactly how I'd planned, but chance. God, if I was in perfect position for that last red, this would have been easy, but it wasn't, so it's not easy now. Just got to get from this ball to here next. Oh, that's a poor shot as well. Have to miss the yellow. Have to miss the yellow. Can you tell it's the first frame? First frame of the day is always like this, just a battle for position. Alright, we'll go off that yellow. We got there in the end. No, that was just from the very first ball I was out of position. I don't think I was in position once apart from the last ball maybe. Any more comps up the Aussie Social Club? Not at the time being, just I've got a lot going on, but I will hopefully in the future. Do you prefer the carbon cue? Yeah, 100%. Well, I couldn't go back to wood now, I don't think. Once you get the feel for something in this game, it's very difficult to change. That's one clearance out of one, which is nice. Right, going well so far, touch wood. Alright, so one. Write down in the comments what colour would you go for, reds or yellows? Write it in the chat. I think there's only one answer, but I'll give you guys the options. Again, what would you do, reds or yellows? Is this the guy making the shorts playing the locals? Yeah, that's me. Welcome. I was doing this way before I was playing locals in single games of pool. Yeah, the problem with yellows, you can't really go yellows. There's an argument to say yellows are best, and that only argument is if the cue ball was there. But that ball is really difficult on yellows, and there's no real easy first yellow. You could double that, but you're not going to. Whereas reds, they're not easy. Just based on the angle on this red, it's just not a nice angle. Obviously, it's not easy. It's an easy pot, but the cue ball's going in a weird direction, which doesn't leave you on anything. You kind of got to play a bit of an action shot from it. So I think you probably got to play this one first. Could you come off the cushion, hit the yellow, and leave yourself this? Yes, but do you want the yellow going there and getting in the way of these three? Not really. I think you might have to. If I could avoid the yellow, I really want to get rid of that one next. So I'll try and hit the yellow, but just not too far from where it is now. Wow, it's just too focused on hitting the yellow. All right, we'll count this as a practice frame. Again, let's try and correct that mistake. much that table cost? The link to the table's in my bio. I think it's on for around 1,700 now. Brilliant job travelling the world. I'm currently not travelling the world at the minute because I've got a lot going on back home, which hopefully I'm going to be able to kind of let you guys in on over the next month, but we'll see. We will see. There's a lot to do, a lot to figure out. Potentially a lot of stress over the next 6 months, but we'll see. All right, let's go again. Currently, 1 break, 2 breaks, 1 clearance. Should have had 3 times that red's got in that middle. I like it. All right, what would you do, reds or yellows? Write it in the chat. Remember, don't just look at the easy balls, look at the difficult balls. If you're looking for the easy balls, if you're looking for the easy balls, probably going to have more chance of clearing up. Oh my God. If you're looking for the difficult balls and you go for the opposite, you're probably going to have more chance of clearing up. Finally. Okay. Has anyone seen the pattern yet on yellows? Reasons why I wouldn't go reds. I mean, you could, but you've got to land there. You could land there. You could do this. You could do this. You could land there for this, finish with the black in the middle. But the key is landing perfectly on this ball. And if you don't land perfectly on that, it's going to be a very difficult finish. With yellows, there's a little bit more of a natural pattern. You've kind of got to thread the needle with a couple of positional shots. But if you can get from this ball to this position, it's game over. You play this ball, third last, red, yellow, that ball second to last yellow, that ball last yellow, and then black in the middle. But it's all, what's harder to do? Land from this ball onto these 2. That red just goes in that corner, but I don't love it. You have to be dead straight on it. I wouldn't trust myself otherwise. Or do you land there and try and get in these weird positions? Probably not. So we're going to go yellows here. I think my exact order, again, I'm trying to figure out how can I get from this ball onto this ball, right? Because that ball doesn't, oh actually no, tell a lie, could play this ball to there, play that, land there for the middle. I think I prefer landing for the gap personally. So what we're going to do, we are going to go this ball first, over to there, second to there, third to there. This is the key shot. Play that, have to judge the topspin perfectly to land there. Play that ball to there, that ball to there, that ball, that ball. Again, there's probably an easier pattern, but I never go for the easy patterns. I go for the ones which are not wise. Like that. Right, that's 2 out of 3. Yeah, the key really there was just making sure to leave that 4th yellow as easy as possible and just roll through with maybe 1 inch, 2 inches of topspin. That's one of those clearances which you could easily mess up, but as long as you're smart, then you're not going to. And again, there was probably easier ways around it, but that one felt like the way to do it for me, so I went for it. Alright, we've got 2 clearances, so the scoreboard's at the bottom of the table. I'm going for 10, I won't leave the table until I get 10. So far I've hit 3 breaks and I've had 2 break clearances. See if we can keep the break going. Red going in this middle one. I've found on the last 3 breaks. It won't do it now, but it's been nice. Oh my god. Have I just found my break? Sorry, just hit the camera on TikTok, apologies. I don't think I've ever done that where I've hit 4 perfect, like, got the cue ball in the perfect place. All right, well, this is definitely not as easy as the last one. What do you even begin to do with these? That yellow doesn't pass that yellow, but that yellow passes that yellow. So the likelihood of way of playing them is, this red doesn't make it super easy to play that one followed by that one. With reds, obviously this is the problem, but the reds are actually nicer overall. Not really. They're both freaking difficult. This is the thing. They're both difficult. Try and figure out an easy way to get from that to that. That one to there. That one to there. And make that last ball. No, because I got it from that. Hang on. How do you make that your last ball? That's the question. Sorry, 2 seconds, guys. This red, if this red wasn't here, this actually wouldn't be a very difficult finish, because you'd have these 2, followed by this one, followed by this one, followed by the black. But this red makes it really tricky. Sorry, 2 seconds, just giving this some thought. I don't normally think this much. Yeah, I really don't like reds. Cool, watch it. This is tough. This is a real tough. This is a thinker. I'll tell you what this is. Can't get from that ball to that. That. What does that get you to? That. Could screw back maybe to there. I think that's the only option. It's going to be very difficult, but I think I'm going to go this ball to there, this ball to there, this ball, come off of the cushion and land probably around here, this ball to there, and this is the one which you'll probably rattle because this pocket's quite tight. I've got to play that and try and screw back to there to play this one. Or I could leave it there to play that one. That's smart. Yeah, let's not play that one yet. Let's go this one, this one. I'm going to leave that one to get on this position here, play that. That then gets me to here to play this, which gets me there to play this, screw back for the block. So I do have a finish, but, oh God, I don't like this as a first shot actually. I don't like it, it's very missable. Just on it. So I need to screw into the red pretty much. Oh, saying that, no I don't. I want to be just on this. I want to screw back really at all. Yeah, that was, let me just show you why that was tough. I was trying to hold this cue ball in this exact position because 1 inch to the left and the angle on this isn't good because of this red. But where I'm straight on this, I could have actually on that yellow. Frustrating. See if we can finish it anyway. I mean, I could have done it if I concentrated, but anyway. Anyway, that was a tough one. So 2 out of 4. Got 500 of you watching on YouTube, much appreciated. 300 of you on TikTok, good to see. Greatest ball player of all time, debatable. English Paul, Mick Hill, Tom Cousins, Chris Milling, Gareth Potts. Those 4 probably an argument for either. Mark Selby's probably in the top 5 as well. They're the top 5 in my opinion. American Paul, got Reyes. Oh, changed my brake, forgot. That's the first dry break I've had, because I changed my brake. All right, what would you guys do? Write in the chat. I mean, I'll tell you what you should do. You should not go for reds, because this red is a pig. How do you even begin to get on that? This yellow's not great, but you could land on it. You could land here for this yellow and break it out. So there's ways of developing that, whereas it's not mega easy to land on that based on how far away these other reds are. So we're having to go yellows. First shot, this one. If I can screw back, I can get to there. What's that leaving me? Nothing really. That one to that. Huh. Leaves me on this one. I'm not rushing as much as I normally do. Taking my time. That one next. I've got a choice now. I don't really want to play this. There's no real value in it. Although is there? Avoid that yellow, there might be a bit of value in playing that now. If I play that, I'm going to be where that red is, so I'll be there. And then what's that like? Not great for developing this yellow. So I'm going to play this yellow, and if I can avoid the red and get to there, well, that's shit, isn't it, really? I'll probably have a better angle on this yellow. It's even worse than before. Even worse than before. Right, the angle on this is going to be better after this. I just need to not snooker myself on the red, behind the red. That's a better angle. Problem is I've left this way too long. This should have been cleared earlier. Two choices. Could roll it inland there, get the chalk. Could roll it inland there to play that to try and move that, or pop that, hit that cushion, hit the red on the edge, pot it, and come out. And I should be coming out to there, which would be great, but it's obviously not super easy. That's what I'm going to try and do. Pot 2 and 1 in this shot. Couldn't have got much worse, could it? Jeez. Miracle required. Oh, I'll tell you what, I've got a fin on it as well. Bad shot choice, could have hit it harder. Yeah, I don't know. That's why you don't need the problem balls to last. Anyway, 2 out of 5. I wouldn't say it was unlucky as such. I appreciate it, but it was, yeah, there's probably a better option there. Better way of playing that shot. Yeah, playing it a bit harder would have helped, yeah. Let's see if we can get that red again to the middle. Oh my god. It's like clockwork at the moment. Never had it before. Don't know why it's doing it. It's in that middle pocket on every single break at the moment. Alright, reds or yellows? Write it in the chat. What would you do if you were at the table? Remember, look at the problem balls, don't just look at the easy balls. A lot of you saying reds. I personally disagree. So, if we look at the reds, right, the black doesn't go in this middle. It only goes in that corner, and it means landing here. How do you do that? You could do that from this ball, but that's probably your first ball, because even though that's a relatively easy shot, you're hampered where the cue ball is. Playing that first, you're going to get to like there, and then what are you doing? You're chasing a finish, right? With yellows, there's probably a little bit more of a natural pattern. Now, it doesn't look more natural, but if you were to say, like this yellow isn't great, but there's ways of landing on this yellow. If you land perfectly straight on this, you could topspin through to there. If you land in this position on this, you could go 3 rails to there. Like there's ways of landing on that. Whereas the reds, that's a difficult first shot, very missable. And if you don't play that and you play, say, that one's quite hard based on where the yellow is. If you play that one, you're chasing a finish, all right? So I think the order for yellows, the reason why I prefer yellows is because I'm in control of the cue ball a lot more. I play that to there, I get to there. I play that to there, I play that to there, and I finish with this to come back up table, right? Now, I could have a choice here. If I land there, and I'm perfectly straight on this yellow, then I can topspin through to there, pop that, land here, play that, and screw back for the black to the middle. If I'm slightly off straight on this yellow and I can't get on that one to the corner, if say I'm there, right, I pop that, I screw back to here, I play that, and I have a chance to land on that yellow last ball. I don't want to do that, but the option's there. So that's going to be third last, second last, last, or third last, second last, last, depending on how these 4 go. The key shot is the first shot, really. Just got to land there. Don't want to hit this too hard. Hopefully that makes sense. Two inches forwards from this yellow, a little bit of topspin. So now, again, key, land in a good position on this yellow to get good position on this yellow to leave the option. That's pretty good. So again, ideally I'm straight on it, but the key is not to snooker myself behind this yellow. Anywhere but there, at that red. Tell you what, come close. Right, so you can see now, the angle isn't perfect. I need it to be 1 inch over to the left, so I can't now get on this yellow from this shot. So I'm going to have to play the harder set, or harder way, which is off the cushion, leave an angle like this to pop that and get in behind this yellow to take it into the corner. So this is easier said than done. I want this angle, like I want to screw back to there, so it's coming off the cushion, landing in line with the pockets, basically. Oh, you fucking idiot. I was just thinking about the position, that's all I was thinking about. All right, see if I could have made this. No, I couldn't have made it. I could have done if I'd actually played the right shot first. How do you overcut that? Anyway, thought process was there. That's just a bad shot. It wasn't a difficult shot, it was just a bad shot. If I make that yellow, it's actually a fairly easy finish. 600 of you watching on YouTube, good to see. 200 of you on tickers, nice. Alright, can I make this red for a 6th time? No, talk myself out of it. Alright, dry break. What colour are you going here? It's quite an easy one. Reds or yellows? Reds or yellows? Write your answer in the chat. This is very easy. Not the finish. I mean, the finish isn't super difficult, I don't think. I'll probably end up messing it up, but choosing a colour is quite easy on this set. Saying that, I don't love landing on this yellow to that yellow. That's the obvious one too, but I'd rather not do that because the angle's going to be bad. Anyway, you're going yellows, you're not going reds here. These two reds tell you you're not going reds. Could you get them? Maybe, but it'll be challenging. Whereas yellows, if you can get your first couple of balls out of the way, you're golden. Now, I'm going to do something which I haven't really done tonight, and I'm going to play for multiple shot choices. So if I play that and I screw back to there, I'm leaving myself a choice of 1, 2, maybe even 3, maybe even 4 if I hit this yellow. But that's my first shot, and I'm actually going to aim for that yellow, because if I hit it, I'm guaranteed to be on that one and that one, and then we'll make a decision from there. I'm just going straight back towards that yellow. Got into that a little bit, but I'm on 2 balls, 3 balls. So now I can kind of work out a pattern from here, and it's a little bit less pressure. It's not 1 ball position, right? So the black makes this clearance a little bit tricky, just getting from those 3 yellows to each other. Like, these 3 yellows are fine, but at some point you kind of want to land right here for the middle, or you've got to move around, and this yellow doesn't go in here, so that's like there, so it's just stuff to think about. I think this is going to be my last yellow, so I'm going to work backwards from here, which means that that's my second to last yellow, because I can play this yellow, come around to here, potentially to there. That's an option. Although it doesn't have to be, just is an option. Just giving this again a little bit of extra thought. Few ways of playing this, few ways. I actually really like leaving that shot second last. Sounds silly, but I do like that. There's about 25 ways you could do this, so it's all personal preference. There's no right or wrong way. If you get the finish, then there's no right or wrong way. But say if I leave that right now, right, and I play that, again, some people will play that right now, fine. You can deal with those 3, these 3, black, done. But I'm going to go this one to here, play this one. From there, if I get to here, I can pop this one. I can play for this ball dead straight. I can screw over to here, and this easy roll-in is leaving me nicely here for this yellow last, which leaves me there on the black. So that's one way of doing it. It's the way that I've just seen, and it's the way I'm going to go, so let's go. So again, the key here is basically being dead straight on that ball. If I overhit it, not the end of the world, because I'll have this yellow. But I want to be dead straight on that if I can, maybe slightly over to this side. Again, now just picking the angle for this rolled in yellow, which I don't have to do anything with it, so that's where I want to land. 2 inches to the left as I look of this yellow. Not enough. So needed more than that, but I can still get away with this by playing it super soft. I should be able to hold position to there. Might be slightly further, but should be all right. Yeah, so that was one way of doing it. So again, 30 ways of doing that. I just picked, again, that might not have been the best way, but I picked the way that I was confident with, that I knew played to my strengths, and I went that way. Still good. Yellow blocking. Yeah. Yeah, reds, I mean, you probably could have got reds, but much lower percentage chance of a finish there. I did not see this. Go with the flow, man. Exactly. Right, that's 3 clearances. We're going for 10. Can I get this red in this middle bag? Been doing it most of the night. No. It's deserving me now. Alright, this is immediately, I know this is going to be a tricky finish. It's in the white t-shirt, he's not in the Attacking 8Ball attire. Alright, what a mess. What do you even begin to do here? Both are very, very difficult. I don't love reds, but I think there's a shot to play this to try and hit this yellow. Try and move that somehow, maybe land on that. With yellows, you could play this one, but then what? You're relying a little bit on luck. You play this one to move the red, leave that yellow there, leave an angle on this to play into these, but it's just, no. I think we're going reds. I want to move this yellow, that's the key. Should maybe have thought about what I was going to go for after that. I thought I'd be straighter on this red to be able to go for it, but I'm not. I'll play a tricky double. Man, that's tough. I don't even think that goes. That's not a shot, is it? Tell you what, it is a shot. I can make that, but the cue ball is flying straight in that corner. So no, it's not a shot. Chance to play off of this yellow, maybe? I thought I'd be straighter. I thought I'd be there on this yellow. The reds have it next, but I'm not. Or is there a treble? Yeah, we're going treble on this, I think. Oh, fuck off. Anyway, mess. That was. If you guys got any questions, by the way, feel free to write in the chat. How do you spin? You just do this, mate. You just do that. Just turn around. Reds or yellows? Reds or yellows, write it in the chat. Cool, this is a tricky one actually. This is a real test. Because the yellows are great, but that is horrendous. Every other yellow is fine, they're all dot to dot. With reds, where does the black go? That's the problem with reds. I don't love that that's on the top cushion, but it's gettable. You could potentially play this ball first or second. Leave the cue ball here, play that and fire into the black, but you might snook yourself, so it's not guaranteed. I think I like the challenge of yellows here just for this ball. So how do you get on that ball? You've got to do it early. If you land here, then you're on this yellow to get to there to play that, right? So you can play this ball first, screw up to there. If you overhit it, you've got options. You can play this one next or whatever, but that's what I'm going to try and aim for first and then go from there. Is that bad? Bad. Is that a bad angle? It's a bad angle, but I'm dead straight on this, so I can't now naturally go into this position. I'm going to have to play this with lots of backspin, screw into the cushion and try and land there. So I'm aiming to land on this cushion effectively. Okay, so now we're in an alright place. One good shot and it should be game over. So, figure out how I want to play these. I don't think it'll be an issue if I land that. I think that yellow goes. So I've got to play that, hit this cushion and get up to here. Either I'm there or I'm there and I'm on one of these two. But I want to be where the chalk is. Okay, now, could this be better? It's just slightly tricky out between these ones, but shouldn't be too much of an issue. Basically, that yellow has to go there and that yellow has to go there if I play them in the order they're in now. Play that one, yeah. So you play this one first, top through to there, you've got this one second, get back up to here for this one dead straight, which leaves you there for this one, which leaves you there for the black. Again, just a bit of top spin on this. I want to land there, would be ideal. Shot, should have played that as a stun. Now I've got to either play this with topspin, come back to where I am now, or just roll it in gently. I think I'll go for the latter. Alright, got there in the end. I'm on 4, I'm going for it. I'm definitely on 4, I'm not on 3. Okay, if you guys have got any questions, feel free to ask. Currently 1,000 of you watching, 500 on each platform. Very much appreciated. Type of table, it's a supreme winner. First one of those today. That means I'm going to have to come up with an exact pattern. I'll put the cue ball where I want it to go on every shot and then go from there. Firstly, what would you guys do, reds or yellows? Write it in the chat. It's an interesting one, actually. Looks easy, but it's really not. Let's go yellows for a laugh, why not? Let's go yellows. So, how do we get yellows? Ball 1, ball 2. Ideally, and this could change, ball 3, ball 4, ball 5, ball 6, this is such a horrendous pattern, ball 6, top spin through for ball 7, horrendous. That's not the way I should be doing this, but I'm going to go for it. You know what would have been helpful? You know what would have been helpful? Is if I'd actually looked to see if that yellow goes past that red. Because it doesn't. Yeah, that's a complete shit show on my end. Alright, well, that didn't help. Might help if I moved around the table a little bit. Okay. Now what? Gosh, it's a terrible shot. How does that... Flies in? What am I talking about? Right, round that pocket, that looks like that goes, but that definitely does not go. But if I look at it from here, it looks like it flies in. I just can't, I don't get that. That's why I thought it was going in. All right, so I've got to move this. Basically, I don't have the angle from here to land here. I need to either land here or I need to move it. So what I'm going to try and do is hit this yellow into this red to create the angle to screw back into this red. Leave me on this to the middle. Problem is this red's probably going to mess up this yellow, but we'll see. Oh, hit that. Yeah, hit that yellow and mess it up like I said it would. Alright, not the absolute end of the world, but it's not great. I'll show you what I mean by it's not the end of the world in a sec. Because that is a pretty set plant, I think. We'll see. Right. This is a pretty set plant. I might need to play it slightly off straight, but it could go in here. The other yellow, let's pray. Oh, miss it. Now give me something. I said let's pray. And look at that, I'm perfectly on it. Hit these jaws, go down there, pot it. Oh, come on. I can definitely play that shot. No. That was a bit unlucky. Should have just whacked the yellow as hard as I could. Probably wouldn't have gone in though if I'd whacked it. Probably would have hit the, straightened up and hit the red. Where did you get your cue from? The link to my cue is in my on my homepage on Facebook. You'll see a link tree. Click on that, and you'll see the cues that I use when I play. Both from Go Customs. No, it's not the SVB cue. That's the one I used to have. What do you begin to do here? Reds or yellows? What do you even begin to do here? Where's my first ball? That's the question. You have to go reds. You could play that first on yellows actually, but it's missable and you have to develop that, and you're not guaranteed to land on anything if you get tied to that red. With reds, play either of these first, but if you play this first, potentially thread that needle, but you don't really want to do that. The ideal situation is that you're here to play that to move that red or yellow, is it? I don't know. I do not know. Right, whatever you guys vote for, I'll go. Reds or yellows. Whichever one gets the most votes, I'll do it. Been to North Wales, not to play pool, but I have in general, yeah. Whichever one gets the most votes out of reds and yellows, I'll go. Everyone's voting reds. Yeah, all right, we're going reds. So these are tricky, but gettable. First shot, I have to try and move these in some way. That could have gone a little bit better. I had a feeling I'd be tied to this red though. Do I go up and down? Can't cut that. I can't cut that in there. It doesn't go. Got to try and go up and down. Oh, do me a favour. Anyway. Question after this game: when you're breaking, what do you aim for? just slightly below centre on the cue ball, middle of the front red, regardless of where the cue ball is. Like I break front ball because my cut break's not very good. So from there, it's all about control. It's not about just hitting aimlessly. I've got the closed bridge, so the cue isn't lifting, so I'm not losing power. My aim is to get the cue going in that direction. Right? Keep it flat, don't lift the butt. Aiming slightly below centre. Again, no. It's an alright break, but it means a seriously difficult finish again. Right, again, what would you do? Right, reds or yellows in the chat? What colour? Good God. I think you've got to go reds, but I actually prefer yellows. Mainly because if I land on this yellow, like not where I am right now, maybe more this angle, I can play that and move that yellow and push it towards this corner, knowing I'd leave these. But the cue ball's not in a great place because this one doesn't go past any of those. You can't see them. So you're forced to try and play that, which is makeable, but it's not guaranteed to leave you much. In fact, I might just do that though, because say I play that, if you land there, you can pop that, but it's not very easy to develop that red. Whereas the yellow is easy if you land here. So I'm going to try actually and pot this. Leave myself some kind of a shot. Leave me some kind of a shot on anything. Is better than nothing. Right, tripod right in the way here. So I can't play that yellow. I want to. I don't want to move the tripod because I can't be bothered to move it back. I'd never be going for anything but this yellow. Alright guys, on YouTube you're going to have to bear with. Sorry. I'll point you in the right direction though. There we go. I miss this now after all that. So now I'm on that to be able to move that. That's the key. That'll do. Don't leave yourself tied on the red. I've now got to slow roll this in. Mega arrogant and try and pot that red to know that the black goes in there after. No. Try and thread the needle through that gap maybe. Wow, that's got to bounce off that cushion. Jeez. Alright, what do we reckon? Just pot it regular or try and pot it off the red? Right in the chat. Put thumbs up if you want to see me just pot it, or thumbs down if you want to see me hit that red and pot it. Right in the chat. Thumbs up regular, thumbs down trick shot. I think most people are saying down, thumbs down. It's not a guarantee actually. This red is quite central to the table, so you've got to hit it really hard to give it a chance. But that is the line, so that's what I'm aiming for. Oh, knew it was going to do that. Right, what should I have done? What was the, where was it? There. Can't even remember. Is it there? Roughly there. Should have just done it regular. All you guys talking me into playing the trick shot. Tut tut. Wasted a finish. Wasted clearance. I'm literally going to be here all night. Okay, come on. Oh, that's the best split of the day, and I'm not going to be getting a ball on it. Wow. Wow. That's my favourite break hit today. Right, yellows or reds? Write it in the chat. What colour? Again, don't look at the easy balls. Look at the difficult balls. What's hard about either colour? And then work it out from there. Okay, 10 times out of 10, you're not going to go reds here. The reasons why: these two reds, terrible. Don't go past that yellow. This red looks okay, but it's not. This red's tough to land on. This red is blocked by this red. Like, reds are just awful. Like, what are you going for first with reds? You're not. You don't have a ball. Whereas all the yellows are out in the open, they're fine. Right? The issue with yellows is this ball. Yes, it doesn't have a pocket to there, but it goes here. So you want to do that early. You don't want to leave that too long. So play this one first. I know the black's going in this corner, and I know it's going to be from one of these four. I just don't know which one just yet. So working backwards, in this situation, I'm kind of working forwards and backwards, right? So I know the black's last, but I know my first three balls. So then I kind of fit everything in the middle. So you've got this one to here, play that one to the middle, roll over to there, play that one, and then if you make a good shot from there, you're out. So say you go from there to, you literally leave yourself a choice of three things. That yellow doesn't go in there, which is a bit annoying, but you're going to probably go for, from that yellow, let's go with, yeah, I can't really go wrong with this. I'm going to leave an angle to play that yellow. I'm going to stun over to here. If I go too far, I'm on this, but I'm going to play for this one. Could be playing for that, but if I go too far, but I'll play for this one. Then I'll play for this one. Then I'll come out to here for this one last, which leaves me there for this one there, or something like that. Those four are probably going to change, but I know the exact order of the first three. I just want to screw back 2 inches from this yellow. Again, want to leave myself ideally there, not on the cushion, but if I am, it's not a huge issue. Okay, so do I dig down and try and screw back to a closer position for this, or do I sacrifice there? Yeah, I'm just going to leave myself alone on this yellow. Don't want to get too close to it. And again, I'm trying to screw bottom left-hand, right-hand side to land in this area. If I overhit it, I'm going to leave myself plant options. I could even play that one to the corner now, which I probably would do if I hadn't said I'd play this next. Cool. Five. All right, we're halfway. Halfway there. What time is it? Is it really only 9 o'clock? Wow. Interesting. We got about 800 of you roughly. 400 on TikTok, just over 300 on YouTube, or vice versa. All right. Another dry one, yeah. Again, write in the chat, what are you doing, reds or yellows? Reds or yellows? Both have a first ball, by the way, if you're concerned. One is just significantly harder than the other. I have no idea, Anthony. Just I'm not. I don't think it was my channel, but that was the the original. But if it is, I'll take it. I don't know. Oh, this is tricky. It doesn't look tricky, but it is tricky. What would you guys do? The thing with reds, that's missable. Yes, that is the ball that you would go for first because it's the only ball, but that is missable. That's harder than it looks. From there, I'm going to be landing there. I've got to play that, but then I'm leaving this. I'm stranding this red. So maybe I could try and play that next, but I kind of want to use that to get on this. Like, the reds aren't mega easy, whereas yellows, if you can figure out a way to get there, yellows aren't bad. They don't go if you land there, do they? It's just these two yellows. They're a pig. But the first red's difficult, so what do you do? All right, let's try and go reds. Try and make this first ball and then figure out something from there. Okay. So I've left myself choices here. Now the thing is, I know I don't want to play this one now. If I play that one now, I'm stranding that ball because it doesn't go in there, right? So if I pop that and I go around the back and I land on this, I've then got to get back onto this. Whereas if I, say, play this ball next and land here, I'm on this one, which gets rid of that one next. So that's what I'm going to do. The issue then becomes, when do you play this one? Probably last, but God, that's going to be tough. Did you land on it from that? No. Pop that. Okay, so I can't really afford to leave this one too long. If I leave that till last, there's going to be issues. So I'm going to play that. If I topspin through, best I could do is there. Yeah, so say I'm there from this ball, I can cut that, swing around cushions, I'll probably go towards the black, but I'd be very unlucky to not leave myself at least on that, right? Then I'll figure out the rest from there. Probably be play that, get there, play that, get there, play that, get there, play that, and then get in this gap and play the black or something like that. But definitely not an easy finish. Some people shouting at me, play that now, but you can't strand this red. This is the key to your out. If you can get it and land on a ball, you're good. You cannot miss it narrow though. Oh my, wide. That is unforgivable. Wow. TikTok guys, hang out 2 seconds. I've got to verify the live stream. Ugh. That's annoying, doesn't normally do that. Shame, 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 shame. Had the finish pretty much otherwise. Maybe. Take your pick, reds or yellows. This is one of those ones where very easy to get complacent. Very easy to get complacent. Yeah, yellows are probably the ball based on where that red is down there. And you go this one, this one, this one, that's a normal 3-ball pattern. But when you play this one, that's the key. Yes, you play this one first. Do you try and get funky, nudge that red to try and leave a plant? Like, no. Does just squeeze past that red, but it's, yeah. I'm actually going to leave it till last. I'm going to leave that till last to get on the black. So there's no other real easy way of playing it. If I can move that red, it'll make it easier. If I can get that red to go there, that'd be great. But I'm going to try and play that. If I can just flick the red that way, fantastic. I can land there, pop that, leave an angle on this to get from there to there, have that last, and then stun into this position for the black. But I can't really play that yellow any earlier. Just want to try and nudge the red if I can. Oh my fucking god, that was terrible. Playing off the cushion, that's why. That was not where it was it? It was more there. Yeah, I should have just played the plant, for fuck's sake. Something like that. Alright, it's still on 5, so I've got 5 left. Appreciate the gift, Dob. Thanks, mate. Don't cover that. Ugh, that's gross. Alright, well, you have to go reds because those yellows are just awful now. Or do you? Yeah. That wasn't a foul. What are you talking about, ref? No foul there. Just completely cued across that. Starting to lose a little bit of focus now. Started off quite well. Go. What's the little thingy? It is a brake pad. Protects the area you brake from cloth burn. Fantastic. Just gonna pop balls, I think, instead of trying to say where I'm going. Great. I'm all over the show at the minute. It's terrible, terrible shot choice. Right, as much as I said 10 clearances, it might have to be 10 minutes. It's the same due to regulation. Fuck. Okay, reds, I guess. Carl, where'd you go from here? That one, then what? Then what? Where do these reds go? Oh my fucking god. Shot. Shot. No, I won't be coming to New Zealand this year, unfortunately. I've had some stuff come back home, which means I have to stay here. So at least summer. I might try and do a couple of countries in Europe, but we shall see. Give me a yellow. Give me any yellow. Give me any ball. Any red. God, this is gonna fly all over the place. haven't had one for about an hour. An easy one as well. Alright, I'll go for one more. I think all focus has been lost. Alright, last one. Nice. Nice shooting, soldier. That's me done, I think, guys. Much appreciated. Coming along. Oh yeah, perfect. Let's get the reds as well. I would have thought so. Okay, that is me done, guys. Very much appreciate you tuning in. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. See if we can pop 2 balls in one shot to finish. Oh, close. Yeah, if you've got any questions, finish, feel free to ask. Look out for stuff on my channel soon as well. Hopefully some big announcements coming up. Oh my God. Absolutely miles away. Last one. Let's try and pop the black behind the back. Oh my God, I'm not going to do it at that speed. Jeez. That didn't work. Oh, did it not? Fuck yeah. Okay. Cool. Job done. Let's go. Cool. Who's first? Guys on YouTube, thanks so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Be sure to hit that sub button if you haven't already. And I will see you on